Hey everyone! Yes, I was the winner of the free-for-all.
Wow. Rigged.
Yeah, obviously. Yo, we've had so many donations while this has been coming in. Whoops-a-daisy. I did mean to get my laptop up so I could do other stuff here without all tabbing, but we'll get to that. Bruno, who also donated $500 to the match arena to start things off, also just gifted 10 subs.
Let's go.
Cranky Hero with 100 bits. I'm Louie Bot with 100 bits. Seether with 5 gifted subs. Judge Thunder Gaming, tier 1 sub, as well as 5 gifted subs. Hot damn. Scouty Justice, 5 gifted subs. Captain Hare, 5 gifted subs. Arnold Bajorns with 10 gifted subs. I don't know where we left off. I think it was with Zach. So that all happened. Thank you guys so much for all the support. That is a lot, yeah. So, we have Astrea.
Astrea versus Trigger. Trigger is doing a proxy. I don't believe Astrea has scouted, but he's about to with a Stalker if he hadn't before, and there it is. This is already a kind of funky spot now.
Okay,
Yes.
So, since Astrea's found it already, what odds do you give to Trigger to be able to do anything here? Is he just going to take out that pylon and then it's a done deal? Like, he's just dead in the water?
Well, he has the probe there, so he should
That's
be able
true.
to like rebuild more pylons and everything. You get your Stalkers out. It's just, it gets a little bit weird because there can be a little bit of annoying micro here where you lose the first Stalker or two, you just delay things and kind of make things awkward. So in theory, Astrea still has the advantage for the moment, but Trigger should eventually be able to get something set up.
Oh, wow.
In theory.
Okay, somehow that Stalker lived.
I mean, that sentry's dead, right?
Yeah,
If he
for
wants
sure.
it to, yeah.
Yeah.
He just
Oh, the
doesn't follow
Robo's
up
dead. Oh, no. No.
Oh my god, that one probe also just tasing it constantly.
There you go. At least he denied the Immortal popping out there.
I
That's
love that
big.
he's doubling down. It's like another Robo is good.
I mean, at this point, what else do you do? But there's going to be like a Void Ray on the way, and your opponent is basically invested in a gateway back at home and a gateway proxied on the other side of the map. They have even gateway counts, except Astrea will also have a Void Ray, and he'll have shield batteries. So this is really Trigger's only window to do something.
Trigger has to win right now,
Yeah.
basically, and
Yeah.
he's already backing off instead of just keeping the flood going.
He did manage to one-shot a couple of those Stalkers, so he is getting something done. Shield battery overcharge is going to expire soon, and oh, Void Ray actually already cancels the prismatic alignment, so this is going to be a vulnerable Void Ray
One more
over
shot?
here.
Oh, wow.
No.
Shield battery.
Okay, that's still dead.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
this is still a pretty big moment. He can now target fire
Yeah.
down the shield batteries. Even the Cyber Core could go down after this.
8 Stalkers already here, just crushing the
Trigger?
front line. Another Void Ray's out, but we saw how fast that can just fall over.
Yeah.
Now the probes are getting pulled and sacrificed, so that's not great. There's the
There-
GG
yeah.
already. All right.
Holy cow.
Trigger takes it game 1
Trigger
in
is juice.
less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like perfect timing there, because there was that very narrow window we were talking about where Trigger actually had more units, or sorry, enough units to one-shot through the shield battery overcharge. If he had had one fewer Stalker, I actually think he would not have been able to break through there. So,
All right,
really
well,
nice timing.
I brought a GG button.
Yeah,
Oh,
literal
hell
GG
yeah.
button.
That is proper old school.
I think that is. I think I got that at a North American Star League event. Like,
Who made
2011.
those? Because I also own one, but I don't remember who made them.
I don't know. No clue. Any clues on here? Nope. Just literally
Like,
nothing.
I remember there also used to even be a story about who the person who made the GG sound and everything.
Couldn't tell you. Even that one's
Lost
too
in
ancient for
time.
me. Yeah.
I guess so.
So I was mostly active 2010 to 2012. I brought some goodies from those days, including some WCS trading cards still sealed that we may get into later.
That's sick. You don't find too many of those anymore. I can attest.
We'll try and crack the rare parting blue border foil.
Yeah, yeah.
Were there any other foils?
No, that was the only one because he was the BlizzCon champion the year before in 2012. These were distributed in 2013, or maybe I've got those years
He's the only one who plays with Soul.
missed by a year. But yeah, I think even all the cards I've opened, I still only have one parting, so I'm stoked to see if we actually get one.
Yeah.
Is your parting blue border?
Yeah. That's all the partings are blue.
Oh,
border.
every parting
Yeah,
is. Ah, okay.
He's just the rare insert. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a bunch of day 9s and tastelesses, and they're
I was happy when I got a day 9 in my pack.
They
And
don't
he was-
even play. They didn't even play at BlizzCon.
I was gonna say there's much worse examples from that player card
There's
pack that you
like
could give.
Elfie's in there. Do you remember Elfie?
Elfie?
Elfie's in there, really?
Yeah, he had
Oh.
a
I mean, I
WCS
must
card.
have it.
Elfie was a legend.
Yeah.
It's like Elfie and Whelmu were just some of my favorite Protosses to watch. I'd be
yeah.
like, I know you're gonna do something that's not normal,
Yeah.
and I live for it.
I wish we had a the Where Are They Now series
Yeah.
for these players.
Whelmu randomly played in a StarCraft 2 EPT weekly or like a qualifier for ESL or something. Sometime the last 6 months, I remember just randomly seeing him in the qualifier. I was like, Whelmu? Really?
The Whelmu?
The Whelmu?
I
The man-
noticed there's a player named Foxer now. Or,
Oh, yeah.
that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
Foxer's he's like an NA staple at this point. I feel like has been around for a long time, but yeah, he's a good guy, funny guy.
All right, we got Binhead versus Pinhead. Once again, Dynasty is going to be the map. PvP here.
So far, Pin has been knocked down 0-1. I said at a time to
Yeah.
Pin. Yes, Pin has been knocked down. So
I did
Pin
it.
has up 1-0. Yeah.
And did it right.
All right.
You got
so,
it.
Yep, up in the top right, we have Pinhead or Astrea. And, some of you who followed his career for a long time may remember when he played Fortnite instead of StarCraft 2. He took a brief wander around some different esports, but I guess ultimately he found his home, back in StarCraft 2.
I know. Well, that's also the funny part is it reminds me of the players like Scarlet did this for a little bit, where she was like, I think I'm done with StarCraft. I'm gonna go become a Dota pro. Does it for 6 months. Like, actually, StarCraft was pretty good. I'll just go back to StarCraft. Astrea did a similar stint where he was a StarCraft player originally, also.
That's right. Yep. Back in
Yeah.
2013 or something, we had the WCS Code S and Code A equivalents, and I remember Astrea definitely, knocking out some big names even back then.
Mhm.
So I'm glad to see him still at it, and now actually just a staple of NA StarCraft.
How do you like this map?
Me? Oh, I love this map because of the gold minerals.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so it's in base, but then in base gas is normal. But if you take the other side of the minerals, it's a rich Vespian as well. And we've actually seen, both these players try it. Different matchups though.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed the games on this map, and I feel like it's created a lot of chaotic situations, too.
well, no proxy shenanigans this time though, so it looks like we're in for a slower.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always waiting for that. But this is also, like, just such a fun match, because this is the ESL NA Spring North American Finals
Oh,
2024 like rematch, whatever you want to call it. It's the finals from the most recent NA regionals, basically. And
America's regionals.
America's regionals, and it was a real banger of a series. It went 4-3, and
Yeah.
Astrea barely won out in the end, but Trigger really showcased that he is, in online events, I think very competitive for being the best North American StarCraft player.
Yeah.
Dang. What about, is there something to be said about the momentum here as well? Because Astrea has now dropped 3 maps in a row since I
Oh,
walked in the
God.
door.
Is
Yeah.
Astrea hungover? That's what I'm asking.
Did he get really into the spirit of it, even though he's not physically here? It's a good
Solidarity,
question.
yeah.
Yeah.
Astrea's taking shots every time he loses a series.
Just gets worse and worse. Both going for Twilight Councils on single bases, so we are going to get some type of
Nice.
action. And it looks like Binhead here is going to go for the classic attack via the gold, I believe. Yeah, you can either blink over, obviously, or you could even warp one over, so.
Yeah, but I like the scouting pylon and everything there. You get to see at least if your opponent is doing some kind of proxy shenanigan or is going to go for the blink over. You have some time to react. But,
So far, yeah, blink on both sides. I mean, it makes sense. They're basically going shot for shot there in the production tab.
Uh-oh. Oh.
this could be
Very
really
awkward.
problematic.
Yes, very awkward.
You're going for mirror
Oh,
builds
he
and
canceled.
losing a first stalker over there. Oh, that's really awkward.
Yeah, that gave Astrea a good idea as to what was going to happen as well, I think.
Yeah.
So pretty sure that they know that Trigger might not know what Astrea is doing, but Astrea probably has a good idea. And he is going to do the exact same thing, which Trigger did not check for. So.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I was wondering what this
Yep.
was going to be down in the south of the map.
Well, I mean, at least Trigger does have enough stalkers to kind of push back these stalkers of Astrea, so he kind of creates a little bit of room for himself. He can technically recall if he really needs to, but even something like, actually, I don't think the pylon is far enough forward they can warp over the mineral patch, can he?
No, I don't think that's the case.
Yeah. So he has to go for blinks. He can't just do like a double adept warp in while these stalkers are getting chased back across the map, right?
Oh, yeah, that would have been a good idea, though. But yeah, the Nexus is coming down. That does not see it, but the probe going to mine might.
Danger.
This is where I have to actually do something.
We forgive you. Yeah, running the show.
Hey, spots it.
I did it, I guess, correctly.
Okay, well, now we got some combat, and immediately Trigger is taking the upper hand as he might even land the second Stalker kill.
Ooh, shield battery's there, so it will.
He did nail it.
Yeah, still kills it. But this is where it gets awkward now, because there's going to be not only just 4 Stalkers, there's going to be 6 Stalkers in a second versus just 2.
That's
5 Stalkers versus 2. Yeah.
Shield battery in the main is going to be a big help.
Astrea could build a shield battery at that proxy pop.
Oh, what is happening in the middle? Oh,
Huge battle. Blink efficiency looks like it's favoring Trigger at the moment. Astrea loses another Stalker.
Yeah, Astrea's actually lower, but he's like got him all over the place. More coming in as well, reinforcing with everything that he's got. And Trigger is forced to evacuate. He did cancel his Nexus, by the way. Didn't like that pressure that was he was under, and it is still 1 base versus 1 base. Yeah, recall's gonna come in, but there was just action everywhere we look. Good lord.
Astrea fully focused on this micro, nothing in the production tab at all, so he is making a real dagger strike here.
Oh, this is so awkward. I mean, Trigger lost a lot of Stalkers on the retreat up the ramp, but then once he holds the top of that ramp, it becomes a lot stronger of a position. No shield battery on that front line, though. So if Astrea had the ability to reinforce a little bit faster, I actually feel like he maybe could have broken right there and canceled that Nexus. But this proxy pylon is really far away, so it does take time for those reinforcements to get involved.
Good blink back there for the injured Stalker. Oh my goodness. This just has to favor Trigger so much, right? Like, how can Astrea ever break this?
Well, when the shield battery's done, yeah, I agree.
I mean, when the Nexus also finishes up and the shield battery overcharge is available, but Astrea's actually starting to break on through here.
Yeah, a 6 Stalker difference at this point. That shield battery's not going to cover enough, especially because so many of them are injured. They're getting shot down before the shield battery can even regen, and now it's out of juice.
There's no high ground vision there for Astrea, right? If he had high ground vision, he could go for like an aggressive blink forward, ignore the shield battery. I feel like he just has enough Stalkers to win, but he is instead going to go for the gold base. I mean, he doesn't have any pressure to deal with, so this absolutely is a great call.
The timing for that probe there to just walk right into that grinder of Stalkers there, that's rough, but I mean, it gives him all the info he needs there to set up the sentries at the top of the ramp, and now Astrea has to back off. Rather lucky timing, actually, for that probe to just eat it.
Ooh, this could get a little bit awkward now because Trigger has to go down the ramp, and that means that he has to make it through a limbo line. It does manage to force his opponent out, but I mean, now both force fields have been utilized, so makes it awkward.
I did see a Dark Shrine going up for red as well.
Yeah, Astrea's getting a Dark Shrine. You know, Trigger has a Robo, but no Observer. He's cranking out Immortals because he's under so much pressure. Oh, that does work!
That does work.
Wow.
There's the DT!
Oh, that's got to just be a kill move, right? Not even starting up another Observer. Just Observers do produce faster now, but
yes, he's got one queued up, but the damage is going to be done already, and he's going to fall so far behind. Astrea has the gold base and the Rich Vespian Geyser. I think you're going to get a tie series here.
Yeah, the losses just adding up super quick here. Obviously, all the lost mining time, and now the front door is knocking once again. So he's got a battle on 2 fronts with a DT just running rampant, actually just hitting the Nexus, not even really picking a target there. Okay, it looks like he's moved on. And now the Observer is there, so of course he's going to be destroyed. But yeah, Trigger on the back foot, down, you know, supply of minerals, everything. So
the only thing I can think of is that Trigger gets 2 adepts over to the gold base or something and just starts massacring probes while also defending.
Yeah.
But that's actually pretty difficult because it's not like he can warp in over these mineral patches or anything. He doesn't actually have any way to get that proxy pylon set up to do an adept warp in and get it out safely.
Oh, nice. Providing the vision for the blink up.
Yeah. That's a tough one. I'm gonna call a GG in 7 seconds.
You're not casting like a pro gamer yet.
5. No, it was less than 7 seconds.
GG.
All right.
GG.
And that's a 2-0.
No, that was 1-1.
No, sorry, 1-1.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Pinhead and Binhead, you know.
Yeah.
Didn't make it easy for us.
Truly picking some great NA names, Pinhead and Binhead.
You know, part of the reason that I was like, oh, I don't care what you do, is that I also thought the players weren't going to do anything, honestly.
They would just all
They just, they wouldn't even bother,
Yeah.
so.
thought they would all just make barcodes.
Yeah.
Again.
So many of them actually bothered.
You know what? I dig it. I feel like these NA players, they know how to actually have fun. If we had more NA players making the deep runs in those events, maybe we would have had more ceremonies, maybe we would have had a little more fun.
This is gonna age myself again, but IC Cup. Does anyone remember IC
Yeah.
Cup
Oh,
TV?
of course, yeah.
So that again was kind of 2010 beta days, but that was all North America because that was all we could get our
Yeah,
hands
yeah.
on. Huck was a staple of those, and Huck's computer was so bad that he played Protoss specifically because if he got to too high of a supply on Zerg or Terran, his computer would crash in matches. So he just got really, really good at gateway play, and obviously just took off from there. But IC Cup TV, we had the end of the beta stream was just stuff like this, like smallest map possible and 8-player FFAs and all that fun stuff. So this is taking me back, and I just love that we have hundreds of people even watching the stream. Like even hundreds of people is just astonishing compared to most multiplayer games that existed in 2010. The state that they're in now.
It's been crazy just to see how like all this stuff has developed over time, and just seeing how I'm so grateful that we have a game where all of the early cheesy like one base all in strategies and everything, they didn't just get kind of flushed out. It's like, no,
They got faster and better.
We still
Yeah,
got
yeah.
them. We still got our all-ins. We still got our proxies. We weren't just like no, just back row.
Ooh, looks like some spicy things.
Yeah, we got
there.
some hot chicken coming in, guys.
We're doing that after this series. I'm
Yeah,
guessing,
yeah. So after this game.
I feel like I should maybe not be on the one on the couch for that.
Rotterdam just disgusted by the play that he's seen so far.
No.
So shockingly, the
Yeah.
casters have gotten confused joining lobbies of pinheads, and it's very shocking.
Mate. I did see
Mate, what are you
Rotterdam
doing?
at DreamHack, and I saw Rotterdam at TwitchCon here in Vegas just last year and caught up with him. That was a good time. So
Yeah,
I'm glad
yeah.
Roddy's still kicking around too.
Heck yeah. Yeah, he absolutely would have been here if I had been further ahead on the planning. This was actually very spur of the moment for what ends up being a pretty decently sized tournament as well.
Yeah.
Like, prize pool's getting up there.
Props for organizing all of this. I mean,
And thank you.
And thank you to all the people who also have been donating to that Matcherino page, encouraging all the goals. Also, people who've just been donating literally to the stream and getting people to draw cards and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm so far behind. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
If you guys donate enough, ZombieGrub will have to pay attention because it'll literally just become like too overwhelming. She'll just have to pause the game to actually do shoutouts.
There it is.
all right. So what are these probes actually doing? Looks like nobody's
So
thrown up a pylon yet.
Yeah, the weird thing in PvP also
there
is
we go.
that you have like the proxy pylons sometimes that still come out, but sometimes it's a proxy pylon just so that the pylon is missing in your main,
To
because then
fake
your
out?
opponent has to respect the potential that there's a proxy.
Mind games.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yep.
rolls, I mean that probe is sticking around at that proxy pylon there for trigger, so it's a good chance he's gonna proxy the robo. Yeah.
And it looks like Astrea red pinhead trying to keep it straight here. He's
Yeah.
missing the building there and still
Uh-huh.
just scouting around the usual places.
So you could say he didn't read
He's
Spinhead.
illiterate in this game.
I tried to go for too deep of a
I
pun there.
didn't get that one at all.
He didn't read the play because he didn't find the robo.
Can we also have a rule where if Ravi makes a pun and no one laughs, he has to drink?
What has to happen to him?
Thank you so much for the gift. And
Holy shit, actually, though.
Oh,
Kalaris
Kalaris.
just dropped 20 gifted subs.
Jams.
Let's
Oh my
go,
God.
Kalaris.
Jams!
He said he was going to some weird party in Poland after this, so good luck to him.
I thought he was literally going.
Kalaris just secured his like deal for Esports World Cup, and he's like, actually, I have a few $100,000 to spend now.
What a savvy move.
Good one. Thank you to Scouty Justice for gifting us up to Kalaris. That's funny.
Oh, look at this
Oh.
trap. Trap
Oh.
that adept right there.
That was really nicely done.
Oh yeah, we got some. The action is about to really
A-
heat up.
actual
So really
fighting,
quick.
yeah.
Jasmine Al, thank you for the Prime sub. Proto Stegosaurus, 5 gifted subs. Thank you guys so much, and we're good.
Yeah. Nice continuing to re-wall over there against the Adepts while you're trying to go for this big robo all-in. This is actually a really, really important moment. The more pressure you can put on Trigger and just force units back at home, force Warpins back at home, it slows down the push. It gives you time to get out your first Void Ray, let your shield batteries finish up. But This is a go time, and oh my god, Warp Gate is barely halfway done.
This Warp Prism Micro, of course, is going to be everything here for Trigger. The decision making really is all it comes down to, because you've got the advantage obviously with the air, but now the Void Ray is here.
Two Stalkers. I mean, this should be enough to push back the Void Ray, right?
I actually think he should have gone for the Warp Prism when there's only 2 Stalkers shooting.
I don't think you get it before the extra Stalkers get in. Maybe you kill the Warp Prism, but I think the Robo just...
I don't think you kill it, but I think you severely injure it.
I think you lose the Void Ray if you do.
Yeah,
well, this gateway is definitely going down, so
Yeah.
now he is going to start feeling this pressure with the open door.
Oh, actually, hold on. What's the gateway count right now? Because he has 1 gateway right now, and he's making 1 in the main, so this will literally bring him down to 1 warp gate after this second gateway goes down.
Yeah.
I'm already feeling scared for Astrea. Like,
This definitely gets super dangerous, but the shield batteries are in large enough numbers now, and that Void Ray count, the fact that he hasn't lost any is really big, because you get to a critical mass of Void Rays, which I feel like in this matchup can sometimes just be 4 or so.
even just this lone adept is getting probe kills still, keeping his attention drawn between 2 places, and he's being outproduced, and the Warp Prism threat can just land, left, right, center in his main anytime.
Yeah, that might have to happen, because I'm not sure this front is going to get broken. One Void Ray, actually, I think Astrea's doing this on purpose. Only 1 is overcharging at a time. That's pretty nice. So he's always going to have that in his pocket. Now a 3rd Void Ray with an overcharge comes out, and he'll lose another gateway if he's not careful.
Okay, now they're really blasting down the Stalkers.
I think he's got to give that gateway up, obviously. Warp Prism not going to be targeted, able to help out with some pseudo Blink Micro.
Shield Battery's out of energy, though, and that does mean Shield Battery Overcharge may have to be popped soon. More Stalkers and stuff getting warped in. I really like the way Astrea has been handling this. Although, Shield Battery usage on the Warp Gate, I'm actually not sure if I'm on 100% on board with that one.
It was just 1 volley away from being destroyed, but how valuable is the gateway in general?
I feel like it's actually almost hurting himself more, because it's like he's walling out a lot of his Stalkers now from even getting involved in the fight.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, but that's not a real threat back at Triggers. That was just a probe looking at things.
That overcharge comes in. I mean, you have to pop it sometimes. 7 X-Core is going to go down. No more Stalker or Sentry Warpins for Astrea, if he hasn't already replaced it. I don't think he has.
I'm actually kind of surprised Trigger has not gone to repower that Robo.
Yeah, I guess he figures he really doesn't need it. 1 Void Ray does go down. Another one very weak, and Warp Prism still doing a great job. Okay, yeah, he was full, so missed 1 pickup.
Nice force fields, getting a slight gain, but both of those front buildings in dire straits.
Did you say he rebuilt the Cyberknife?
No, he didn't. He doesn't have the cash.
That is going to make things a little bit more awkward.
Is he going to charge it up? I mean, Astrea, it's a lot about the Void Rays.
Shield Batteries are already
they're
on
done,
cooldown, so yeah, not a lot of energy left over. He really just needs it for the Void Rays and the Stalkers. I think he still has enough. It's still so difficult for Trigger to move up this ramp.
His ground army has been getting thicker while just making 1 Void Ray at a time, so he's pretty bolstered now. I think he's effectively held, but what else is Trigger doing back at home?
He doesn't have any mining.
Yeah, this is it, man. Like, if he can't break through here and another Void Ray not going down, they just are staying alive 5 ever. I think it's I think this might be Astrea's once again.
The scale is definitely tipped now, and the farther this goes on with just a couple of Stalkers at a time versus a Void Ray and a Stalker even, that's just not an even trade, so Astrea's just basically hanging on until he has to move out, I guess. Like, I don't know.
Overcharge off cooldown as well, and Astrea still has not even had to pop that. So
yeah, like he's got a lot of things going for him here. 1 Void Ray getting injured, but soaked up. It's a lot of Stalkers for Trigger, but exactly. The overcharge is always available in case things did get dicey, and there's now a 7 X-Core, so we're warping in Stalkers again.
Is there any chance Trigger just expands from here? Does he realize how...
I almost would like more for a Dark Shrine than a expand at this point.
Yeah, actually, that might be either Astrea is thinking of it, or he's prepared to go.
Or this is just over because now he's moving out finally.
Voiders did charge really far forward, which signals that Astrea feels like he can just end it here.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
They're
he's correct for sure.
He is correct. Yeah. He is correct. That was a good call. Trigger would have eventually tapped out as well, running out of options. The Oracle that Astrea is building is going to go decimate the pros. So
I see that,
just in case Trigger thinks he has a chance.
And, look at the supply, the famous quote. It's 71 to 37 now, so easy visual there for even people like me to figure out how drastic this is now. 4 stalkers are all that remain, and they're not even all full health. They are just walking right in there, but Astrea is attacking something in the middle of the map.
Yeah, cleaning up the robo.
Okay.
I mean, he would actually have to kill the entire mineral line, and then it's still a maybe.
This is like when you're playing in Mario Kart and there's that person that is in last place. They have literally no hope, but they're like, I'm gonna use the star and maybe like they can't even get to 7th place or anything. Like maybe I can still win this if I just use the thunder. And
not so much. To be fair, that recall was well timed for the Oracle, unbeknownst to Trigger, so he stops that from happening, but he's still down. 20 workers just about. There you have it.
Dead Oracle.
Okay.
Yep,
no.
yep. Small wins.
Yeah.
Small wins. Yeah.
Take what you can get.
Trigger was actually had a better overall score in the round robin so far versus Astrea, who was down 1-2, was it?
Yeah, Astrea is once again doing the thing, which is beating Trigger, even though it looks like Trigger's the better player in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Man, so when you're learning to commentate, they tell you never to call a game too early, but I think we called it a long time ago, and he's still scrapping it out.
Oh, we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, we're not.
Oh, prepare for some extreme call-outs when we cast like pro gamers.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Yep.
No, we're definitely at the point now where I feel like we could even make a game out of it that anytime someone says something that makes it sound like the game isn't over, you take a shot or take a drink. That actually would be cool.
It might be too much.
That might be too much.
Yeah, but I mean,
Trigger just is listening to the stream like, ah!
I really, Trigger's still, he's got a dozen stalkers, but Astrea has twice as many almost.
I will credit Trigger to the fact that his army supply is only 4 behind. And granted, it's 4 behind and there's Immortals and 5-6 shield batteries in the natural, so there's almost nothing that Trigger can do in that natural right now. But I will credit him that given how far behind he is, the fact that he's only behind 2 army supply is astounding, actually.
It's true.
God, another huge round of warpins.
Okay, what if Trigger somehow goaded Astrea into into attacking finally, and then he just base trades?
Let's see.
Like with Blink Stalker, just blinks up into the main.
I want him to try something, because the alternative is you just slowly die, right?
I know, but you have to somehow goad Astrea into actually moving out.
Got a
fake double expand.
I really don't even know what it could be. Yeah. Actual double expand.
Actual double expand, yeah. We have to fake it because you have to do it, and then they move out, and then you cancel and warp in 8 stalkers.
And now this one zealot's just having a heyday, keeping it pinned in.
This one adept is trying to act as the protector, not working out. The observer makes things so much more annoying too. I guess going after the Nexus is a good way to force a reaction.
Oh!
Force field at the ramp. Cute move, but yeah, that is an overwhelming number of stalkers.
The crashing waves finally take Trigger under the waves there, and we get a 2-1 for Astrea, Pinhead.
Yeah, that's his first win of the round robin?
No, I think he was 1-2, and now he's 2-2.
All right, good.
I'll double check this. I was starting to look this up.
Yeah.
Very even field in that case.
Yeah, and while we do that, we did get some more donations. I haven't even checked the match right now. There's so many things to do.
Yeah.
Big Wills, 2K, thank you for the 4 months. Thank you for the CG. Thank you. Question Monkey, tip $15.
Woo!
Go NA StarCraft 2 casters, do something funny. Well, you could have chosen who could be who can pick the card, but I think the guest.
I'll do something.
Josh.
I don't know.
What's
the premise here?
You don't show us the card.
Okay.
You can show the stream.
Yeah, you can show the stream, and you can, if it's really bad, you can mulligan it. But if you mulligan it, you have to take that card. So
I see.
Do you think you might draw something worse?
No, I like this one.
Okay. So you can show the stream. We'll not.
Here's the thing: if we laugh, we drink. If we don't, you drink.
Yeah, and you don't have to do it right now. You just do it sometime before the end of the next series.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in focus.
I think I can do this.
Okay.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Yeah.
The next match is going to be
Eggs versus
Dolan.
Dolan, yeah.
Yeah, which I think are going to get Zergirl on to
cast.
cast.
Want to get in.
Yeah, but we have
food.
We have a Twitch bounty, guys.
Kathleen should replace me for this because she made the order.
Yes.
And also, I'm not able to eat this.
Yeah, he's like allergic and is gonna die. So
Not able.
yeah,
Kathleen,
good.
Do you want this? I like she doesn't even correct me when I call her Kathleen anymore. She's given up.
Do we have the food? Get the food over here.
Kathleen, get the food.
Yeah, we gotta show off the food and us eating it happily. No, you have to wait the thumbs up until I say go. We'll do,
Are you
we can do
eating
that
the food?
after if we need to buy time.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I think it's coming in pretty quick though, so we will ask for 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, everyone's just grabbing the food. Just take the food and don't do the bounty.
What are they gonna do?
For those who don't know how these Twitch bounties and stuff work, if you stick around, literally just you're gonna help support the stream and everything just by hanging out and watching us talk about this sponsor for the Twitch bounty, which actually is doing more than just like I would feel like a normal sometimes sponsor would be like, oh, we'll try out the game. They literally are paying for food.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty sick. You guys are paying for the lunch of many of the people here.
Yeah. So literally we had already like been told like we need to go to this place and Nate was excited to go back and stuff. So